Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the broadcast booth for the Seekonk Speedway iRacing Road Trip Tour, presented by Souza Media. Tonight, the finale of the 2021 series, coming at the Bullring at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Helger South Coast Power Equipment 100 coming up with the late model division. Final laps of practice underway. As we welcome you once again live to the iRacing Road Trip Tour. Final rounds of practice underway, getting ready for the Helger South Coast Power Equipment 100 coming up. Again, this is the finale of the Seekonk Speedway iRacing Road Trip Tour, presented by Souza Media. And as the final laps of practice wind down, we'll let you catch that, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds for the introduction. Tonight's race is sponsored by Helger's South Coast Power Equipment. They are located in Westport, Massachusetts, and they provide you with the latest and greatest in outdoor power product equipment to make your outdoor living more enjoyable. Visit them online at southcoastpowerequipment.com. I want to really thank all the contingency sponsors and overall sponsors for supporting the iRacing Road Trip Tour presented by Souza Media, including some of our race sponsors: Barrington Automotive, Ritchie's Installation, and Watermark Electric, along with Helger South Coast Power Equipment. Well, a big thanks to them. Also want to thank our contingency sponsors for this season: Anchor Paws Rescue, Watermark Electric, Trent Goodrow Designs, Atlantic Yacht Rigging, Lucas Milhoff, Helger's South Coast Power Equipment, Bernier's Liquors, Ryan Kuhn Setup Shop, and Souza Media. If you're just joining us, we're getting ready for the final round of the Seekonk Speedway iRacing Road Trip Tour. My name is Kyle Souza, the owner of Souza Media. I'll be here for all the action tonight. Kevin Boucher is not with us this evening, unfortunately, not able to make it out for the feature. So I will be handling the broadcast duties and may bring in a driver or two over the course of the night as we get set to go here momentarily for the iRacing Road Trip Tour. Again, the finale of 6 races so far in 2021. A great season it's been on the Seekonk iRacing Road Trip Tour so far. And you look at the point standings coming in as we get set to crown the champion here tonight. Ryan Kuhn has an 18-point lead over Thomas Axum. And based on how the running order is, and basically once he takes the green, Ryan Kuhn is going to clinch his second straight Seekonk iRacing Road Trip Tour championship. So congratulations to him. Again, once he takes the green, he will clinch the championship. So far in the first 6 races, Kuhn won 3 of them. He's won the last 3. Thomas Axum, who's second in points, won race number 2, and back in race number 1, it was PJ Evans in the number 12 machine. Cars have entered the grid here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, getting set for the iRacing Road Trip Tour, presented by Souza Media as part of the Seekonk Speedway Tour. And we are just about set to go with the starting lineup for this evening's event here in a moment. Fuel rolling off here, coming down the back straightaway, getting ready to go. And here we go with some track facts for the Seekonk Road Trip Tour. Of course, an oval here, a 0.34 mile oval, 4 corners at the Bullring in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you to Jeffrey Souza, who's behind the buttons for the broadcast. And we skipped the starting lineup. Let's go to that. Richie Murray will start on the pole. In the number 8, he'll be joined by Tyler Clare in the front row. Stephen Bowden will be in the 3rd position with Ryan Kuhn 4th, PJ Evans 5th, Thomas Axum 6th, Reese Bogue 7th, Richie Helger Jr. 8th, and Chase Belcher is the 9th and final starter in the finale of the iRacing Road Trip Tour. Richie Murray leads the field off turn number 4. Green flag goes in the air, and here we go in the Helgers 150 at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Off turn number 2 they come. No extra tires available tonight for the iRacing Road Trip Tour, so they must finish the race on the same 4 tires that they started on. And out front at lap 1, it is going to be Richie Murray. Richie, the 2019 Seekonk Speedway Sport Truck Champion. Of course, nobody was the champion last year with the COVID-19 pandemic. And Murray going to begin defense of that championship coming up on Sunday, May 2nd, as Seekonk opens the 75th season of competition with fans in the grandstands. 3 wide coming off turn number 2, almost 4 wide down the back straightaway as Murray pulls away. He has opened up a sizable advantage here in the first lap. Man, are they racing behind him? Tyler Clare, Stephen Bowden, and others really going at it hard for the number 2 position down the back straightaway as they race down into 3. And it is Ryan Kuhn who's able to take up that 2nd position. As we continue to see Richie Murray here, the quick oil number 8. Here we go, back to the battle for his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That's actually Axum up to 2nd. PJ Evans in 3rd, and they're side by side for 4th. Kuhn to the bottom of Steve Bowden. He's able to take it. And here comes Tyler Clare down low. Clare in the 40, make that 33. He'll jump up another position. Single file action now throughout the field as Murray has opened up a sizable lead. And Murray up by over 2 seconds now on Tom Axum. Just under 2 seconds actually as they come off the corner. And looks like we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty on the distance behind the leader on the ticker. They are definitely not 2 hours behind. That is a technical issue there. See if we get that figured out here on the all-new Souza Media TV. Produced by Jeffrey Souza, who is clicking all the buttons for us here this evening. Richie Murray continuing to show the way in the Helgers 150, the final race of the Seekonk Speedway Road Trip Tour. I want to thank all of our sponsors as part of the Road Trip Tour in 2021, including Helgers South Coast Power Equipment, tonight's race sponsor, as Jeffrey tries to figure that behind situation out. Helgers South Coast Power Equipment is located in Westport, Massachusetts, providing you with the latest and greatest in outdoor power equipment products. They make your outdoor living more enjoyable. Visit them online at southcoastpowerequipment.com. Also want to thank Watermark Electric, powering up the heat winners in the Road Trip Tour in 2021 with a $4 award to each heat winner. Anchor Paws Rescue is also a proud sponsor of the iRacing Road Trip Tour with a $20 bonus at each event for the driver that leads the halfway lap. Anchor Paws Rescue, if you're looking for a pet, rescue is the way to go. Trent Goodrow Designs provides a free paint scheme to the driver with the least amount of contact in every iRacing race. Check them out for all your racing graphic needs. They sponsor a free paint scheme as part of the Road Trip Tour at each event. Atlantic Yacht Rigging is a global leader in sailboat racing, setup, and maintenance. Thanks to them as they sponsor the Hard Luck Award at each iRacing Road Trip Tour race. Back to the race now as Richie Murray continues to show the way. Thomas Axum in the number 2 position. Then it's going to be PJ Evans in 3rd. Ryan Kuhn is 4th and Tyler Clare 5th. Steve Bowden is 6th. Richie Helger Jr. making his iRacing Road Trip Tour debut tonight, running in the 7th position with Chase Belcher and Nick Wood rounding out the 9-car field. A little bit lighter on cars than we've been on the iRacing Road Trip Tour, and that is most likely because most of the drivers are getting ready for the real-life opening of Seekonk Speedway, which is coming up on Sunday, May 2nd. Tickets are available at a very limited capacity, only 12%. So those tickets are nearly sold out already. You can visit Seekonk, S-E-E-K-O-N-K, tickets.net, seekonktickets.net to purchase your passes for Sunday, May 2nd's 75th annual season opening day. On board now with Richie Murray, driver of the Richie's Installation number 8. Excuse me, not the Richie's Installation number 8. The Helga Hedges Excavating number 8. Richie's Installation is a proud sponsor of the Road Trip Tour, though. Big thanks to Eddie Silva and the gang for that. Richie here on board, coming off turn number 4, about to lap Nick Wood in the 05 as Wood gives way down into turn 1 Murray's lead over Thomas Axum has shrunk here by about half a second in the last 5 or so laps, as Axum has PJ Evans right on his tail, trying to pick up what would be his 3rd win of the season on the Road Trip Tour. Ryan Kuhn coming into tonight, clinching the championship. He's already sealed that up, but he's also won the last 3 races on the Road Trip Tour. Here's on board with Thomas Axum in the Bernier's Liquors number 13, as Evans is right on his rear bumper in the number 12. PJ Evans picked up the win in the opener of the Road Trip Tour, the Helger 75. That was at the Lanier National Speedway with the Street Stock Division. Field rolling back off of 4 and across the stripe with 20 complete. We're already 1/5 of the way through the 20% mark of tonight's event. Richie Murray showing the way, leading Thomas Axum by just under a second now. Now we're going to have a battle for second. We're on board here with Axum, who's had to slide up, and here comes PJ Evans to the bottom in the number 12. You can see behind here, Ryan Kuhn is the next car in line in the 72. On board now with PJ Evans as he goes side by side with Axum down the back straightaway into turn number 3, and that's give it to Evans. Great run, and the Critical Science Machine takes over the number 2 spot from Axum. And we got a car around at the top of turns 3 and 4, and that's going to draw a caution. One car spinning at the top of the corner. I believe that may have been Richie Helger Jr. in the Helger South Coast Power Equipment number 99. And that's going to draw the caution for the first time. Let's go back and take a look here as we hit the quarter of the way mark in this one. And well, it may not have been Richie Helger that went around here. Thought it was, but maybe not. Maybe it was Stephen Bowden. And oh yes, right here. Oh yeah. Stephen Bowden in the 64. There you go, spinning to support our Veterans Machine and the Everett's Auto Parts number 35 of Chase Belcher. They got together going down to turn 3, as we can see here on the replay by Souza Media. And yep, right there, a little bit of contact, and that's going to send Belcher around. So Bowden around, excuse me. So both those drivers will settle into the tail as part of a caution replay here, presented by Helger South Coast Power Equipment. Great job behind the scenes in the technical booth as we wrap up the iRacing Road Trip Tour that started all the way back in January. For my Portuguese friends out there, Janeiro. Back in Janeiro in the Portuguese nationality. January the 7th, it was PJ Evans picking up the win at the Helgers 75 at Lanier. Our next race was at Loudon, New Hampshire with the Tour Type Modified as we continue to watch the replay of the incident. And that was back in January as well. And in that one, it was Thomas Axum taking down the win in round 2. In round 3, it was Ryan Kuhn picking up the win in the ARCA Menard Series car. Ryan Kuhn won in the Super Late Model at Myrtle Beach and also the Legend car at Langley. So Kuhn victorious in the last 3 events, trying to make it 4 straight tonight. He runs in the 4th position here under caution. And the field doubling back up here with Richie Murray at the controls once again in the Hedges Excavating. Chevron Auto Parts, Quick Oil number 8 leads him down into turn number 3. We'll see where he likes to get going on the restart as they come through the center of the corner. Green flag goes in the air. We're back underway. And we'll see which lane gets the advantage down into turn on. It looks like the bottom might as Murray gets the jump by a car link. Here comes Axum back to the inside for second. The Bernier's Liquors RKM setup shop machine going up against the Critical Signs number 12 of PJ Evans, and Axum wins the battle. Axum to second now, Evans third, and here comes Ty Leclerc on the outside groove against Ryan Kuhn in the battle for 4th. Of course, this session in the morning time frame, sunrise just coming up here at Las Vegas, a bit different than normal. Of Of course, the iRacing Road Trip Tour presented by Souza Media, wrapping up their season here tonight. And again, getting ready for Sunday, May 2nd as the 2021 season. Oh, contact there in the back. Gets underway at Seekonk Speedway in real life, finally, on May the 2nd. Nice live view from the Souza Media blimp here at Las Vegas. Souza Media blimp way above the track. As battle deep in the field here, Leclerc and Bowden. Tough break for Leclerc, was up there battling for 4th. And he's dropped all the way back to maybe the 8th position, 7th or 8th. So tough break for him. See if he can rebound. And Ty Leclerc right here, 0 laps led, has not led a lap yet. Started in the 2nd position and has now fallen back to 7th. So tough break for him in the early going here. See if he's able to rebound over the second half of tonight's race. Leclerc's been strong on the iRacing Road Trip Tour. No second thoughts about that. Strong runs from Ty Leclerc this season so far. And not going his way here, at least early in the Helger's 150. Top 3 cars are nose to tail. Richie Murray leading Evans and Axum. There's that battle coming off turn 2. I mentioned Ty Leclerc comes into tonight's 7th in the championship standings and is likely going to grab 6th. So be a good run. Might even be able to get up there and grab 5th. Richie Murray, your leader, is 3rd in the iRacing Road Trip Tour point standings. So the Helger's number 8. Also sponsored by Hedges Excavating. PJ Evans in the Critical Signs number 12. And then you've got the Bernier's Liquors 13 of Axum and the Bernier's Liquors 72 of Ryan Kuhn. Everett's Auto Parts, the proud sponsor of the 35 of Chase Belcher, and so on throughout the field. We'll get to some of the sponsors in the bag a little bit later on in the event. Right now, though, the field is nose to tail here, coming around turn 4. Look at that crowd in Las Vegas, Nevada. Jam-packed in to the Bullring tonight. Man, that place is packed. As they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 one more time. 40 laps up on the board, quickly rolling through the Helger's 100. Only be 60 laps to go. And it is Richie Murray showing the way for all 40 laps so far as they come down the back straightaway. 40 laps complete. Belcher is 5th behind this group of 4. Ty Leclerc 6th. Steve Bowden is 7th. Richie Helger Jr.'s debut in the Road Trip Tour. He's 8th. He is a Seekonk Bandolero winner in real life in the Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Series. Richie Helger Jr. So a strong run for him. And behind him, you've got Nick Wood in the 05. Nick's been a crew member on various cars at Seekonk. And great support of the Road Trip Tour, running all the events. As we go on board here with Richie Murray. And Evans right there to the rear bumper coming out of turn 2. He is not letting Murray get away at all here as we close in on the halfway point. No extra tires available, so a little bit of saving tires going on, I'm sure, too. You can see the fall off that they've had. Richie Murray's fast lap of 15.60. His last lap a 15.87. So a little bit of fall off going on as the field comes back off of turn number 4. Evans is all over him as these top 4 cars have really pulled away from the field. If you're just joining us, welcome to the finale of the Seekonk Speedway iRacing Road Trip Tour, the Helger's 100. From the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. My name is Kyle Souza, the owner of Souza Media, helping to present the Road Trip Tour. Souza Media keeps your brand in the forefront of the digital world, offering press releases, event coverage, websites, social media management, marketing, branding, and more. You can visit Souza Media online at kylesouza.com. That's S-O-U-Z-A, kylesouza.com. Some other of our sponsors for the Road Trip Tour so far in 2021. Great support of Lucas Milhoff. Decades of expertise providing innovative metal joining solutions to connect the world around us. Sponsoring the 4th place award at lap 44 for $4.44. And that goes to Ryan Kuhn, driver of the number 72. Was the winner of that award here tonight. Helger South Coast Power Equipment sponsors the Helger's Move of the Race Award in each event. We'll get back to that in a minute because we've got a battle for the lead. PJ Evans in the Critical Science Machine downstairs. Richie Murray in the Chuckman's Auto Parts Machine on the outside down the back straightaway. They race down into turn number 3, and Evans is going to take it from him just about the halfway point. And PJ Evans takes the lead. Seekonk Bandolero competitor who's now going legend car racing as Axum and Murray get together a little bit out of turn number 2. This right here, the battle for the 20 bucks for the halfway award. Contact there. Oh, Axum gets into Evans, and Axum takes the lead, and he will win the award. How about that? Thrilling race for that $20 award, courtesy of Atlantic Yacht Rigging, and it goes to Axum, the Bernier's Liquors machine. Kuhn able to get up to second now. Murray up in third, and Evans fourth. Oddly enough, when you take a look at the Seekonk Road Trip Tour point standings, the top 4 drivers in tonight's race are also the top 4 in the championship. So they are no slouches here, with Axum showing the way. And see that graphic here on the left side of the screen showing us PJ Evans live miles per hour and RPM. He is not 17 seconds behind the leader. We have yet to figure that out of the Souza Media TV production truck. Jeffrey Souza behind the buttons trying to figure that out, but on board here with Evans, he's third. 2 cars up ahead of him is your leader. Tom Axum now 1 car ahead, as this is Ryan Kuhn, your champion, 2 years in a row now of the Road Trip Tour. And oh, Axum throws the block on him down the back straightaway, and Kuhn really soaring at the wheel. Look at the gloves. Did a little bit of testing today in real life at Seekonk Speedway, did Kuhn. I talked to him over there at the track, was happy with his pro stock. And here he goes for the lead under Axum down the back straightaway. Side by side, coming out of turn 4, it's going to be Kuhn on the bottom. Ryan Kuhn takes control, the 2020 and now 2021 iRacing Road Trip Tour champion, leads the charge down the back straightaway. And the Bernier's Liquors machine, here comes Evans now. He's not giving up yet, back to second. Oh, and Axum comes down in front of Murray. Some contact there. They're all able to continue. Nick Wood in the 05 going down a lap to the field. Wood was able to get the lucky dog on the last caution, and now he's back -1, having a little bit of a tough time. Here comes, oh, Belcher threw it in hard there, almost get into Wood. Behind, and Belcher's making a nice run of it here into the 5th spot, trying to close in on the top 4, down the back straightaway. Here he is right here, the Evans Auto Parts number 35, Chase Belcher. Good run tonight, 5th place, nice and solid. As we are past halfway now, only 41 laps to go in the Road Trip Tour main event. Richie Helger Jr. had some connection issues. Of course, this race is virtual, so you need a good, stable internet. And fortunately for the Helger South Coast Power Equipment 99 of Richie Helger, the internet went out on him. But he has now rejoined the race and is 10 laps down. So that's a tough break, but getting some experience behind the wheel at least, and he is probably going to be going a lap down here pretty soon, another lap down. He'll be joined by Stephen Bowden, I think, up ahead of Brian Kuhn. Of course, another view here from the Souza Media blimp above the Bullring at Las Vegas with 61 laps complete. Be 62 when they go back to the stripe. Evans not letting Kuhn get away so far. Of course, some of you out there may be wondering where Kevin Boucher is. I'm wondering the same thing. He's down south somewhere. Voice of Seekonk Speedway, not able to make it tonight on a little bit of a vacation with his family. Look like he's having some fun if you've seen him on Facebook, but he'll be at Seekonk Speedway on May 2nd for opening day at 2 p.m. I hope you will be too. Again, limited tickets available at seekonktickets.net. That event is at a limited capacity, so don't wait to get your tickets because it might sell out. Field coming back out of turn number 2. Ryan Kuhn continues to show the way in the Bernier's Liquors number 72 coming down the back straightaway. And he comes back out of turn number 4 and back down to the 1 and 2, showing the way again. Ryan Kuhn been the dominant factor. Now a 2-time champion in the 2 years of the Road Trip Tour. He's won both titles and a good majority of the races. Definitely a great virtual racer and in real life as well. A couple other of our sponsors on the Road Trip Tour. Bernier's Liquors, I've mentioned them a lot tonight. They are the proud sponsor of the Bernier's Liquors Lucky Spot Award, located in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. They are a family-owned business, been around more than 60 years, selling all kinds of alcohol, beer, wine. Some of the drivers in the Road Trip Tour not even close to eligible to drink. Others of you out there listening are. Visit Bernier's Liquors in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. They sponsor a $25 award to a randomly selected driver between 8th and 16th at each iRacing Road Trip Tour event. And tonight, only 9 cars, so it'll be either Nick Wood or Richie Helger Jr. that'll win that award. We'll find out who later. in the random draw presented by Souza Media. Ryan Kuhn's Setup Shop provides a $10 award to the driver that posts the fastest single lap in qualifying, the time trial winner. Thanks to Ryan and his team for their support of the Road Trip Tour. And you can visit them online for all of your iRacing needs at rkmsetupshop.com. Some other of our sponsors I mentioned earlier, but I'll mention again. Trent Goodrow Designs, great for your racing graphics. Watermark Electric, powering up heat winners on the Road Trip Tour again in 2021, sponsoring a $4 award for each heat winner. Earlier tonight, prior to the broadcast, Thomas Axum and PJ Evans won the qualifying races. So they'll each get $4, $8 total there from Richie's Insulation, and a good chunk of money. That was from Watermark Electric, the heat winners from Watermark. Richie's Insulation sponsored a race a couple of races ago. Big thanks to them as well. So thanks to Richie's Insulation. And we got a caution on the track here, lap 73. One car around in turns 3 and 4. It might be Stephen Bowden in the 64, looks like. And that may shake things up a bit here. I didn't expect to see another caution with the field kind of strung out a little bit, but boy was I mistaken. And now we're going back to the Seekonk Souza Media blimp. We just purchased this at Souza Media and flew it out to Las Vegas for a little bit of a blimp action. See if we can get it to the real Seekonk maybe. And now we've got our Seekonk iRacing Road Trip Tour caution replay presented by Helger South Coast Power Equipment. Let's take a look at what happened. And, oh yes, Stephen Bowden losing control on his own there. Loose, very loose race car under his belt. And he spins in turn number 3, drawing the second caution of the race. And the pace truck is coming out to grab the field. Again, our caution replays tonight presented by Helger South Coast Power Equipment. Sales, service, and rentals located in Westport, Massachusetts. You can visit them online at southcoastpowerequipment.com. Now an onboard with Stephen Bowden. And we're going backwards around the track. That's going to make you a little bit dizzy now, won't it? And yep, looks like he got a little bit loose. And around he goes. And get a nice onboard view here of what happened. Here it is. Oh, yes. Oh, boy, just snapped right out. Loose condition. Probably pit for a little bit of an adjustment there. As we are down to the final 24 laps of the iRacing Road Trip Tour presented by Souza Media for 2021. A great 6 races so far this year. Want to thank all the sponsors, all the supporters, all the fans out there watching. Really enjoyed running the iRacing Road Trip Tour again this year. Want to thank all of our drivers for competing, our great contingency and race sponsors, and did some tallying earlier. The Seekonk iRacing Road Trip Tour going to distribute more than $2,000 in awards over the course of 6 races, plus the season-ending point fund. So $2,000 actually on the line here in 2021 of the Road Trip Tour. Big thanks to all the sponsors for making that happen. Drivers did pay a small fee to register for each race, and that money has gone back into the series between the broadcast and the point fund. A great point fund up on the line here, more than $800 in point fund money going out over the course of the season. And that point fund will be paid out after tonight. Ryan Kuhn won the championship. Thomas Axum is going to be second in the points. Third will be Richie Murray. PJ Evans will be fourth, and Mason Tessier will be fifth in the championship. We'll go over that later on. Crossed up, ready to go with 22 laps remaining. Can anybody dethrone Kuhn in the Bernier's Liquors number 72 as they roll off of turn number 4? Ready to go. Green flag is out, and Kuhn got a great start in the Bernier's Liquors machine. Gets a whole car length advantage before they get to turn 1. Off turn 2, back down the back straightaway. And it's going to be Kuhn showing way. Oh, man. Caution's going to come out. And had an incident there in turn 3. Go back and see what happened. Didn't quite catch exactly everything. And we got one car smoking heavily around the racetrack. I don't know who that is, but he is heavily smoking badly. And let's see what happened here on the iRacing Road Trip. Caution replay presented by South Coast Power Equipment. Our friends at Helgers presenting the race and the caution replays. And See what happened there. Belcher and Murray got together a little bit, and then PJ Evans also collected. So, tough break there, running inside the top 5. And we got a couple cars coming down pit road. As we got to halt in the stream here for a second. As the field comes across. Under caution. Lucky dog on this caution will be Stephen Bowden in the 64. He's going to get his lap back. Here we go on board with Richie Murray. See what happened in his most recent. Oh, excuse me. This is Chase Belcher. On board with Chase Belcher here. You see he'll get into the back of Murray just a little bit right here. And then Murray had no choice but to get into the back of Evans. So, racing incident there as deemed by race control. Now I am also race controlling the race from the booth along with a little bit of help from Kyle Casper. Is helping with the race control here this evening, so no penalty there. A little bit of a racing incident as we're at lap number 84 now as they cross the stripe of 100 on the iRacing Road Trip Tour. The final few moments of the Road Trip Tour for 2021. Been a great season with 6 races. Don't forget, coming up on Sunday, May 2nd, Seekonk Speedway opens our 75th season of racing with fans in the grandstands. SeekonkTickets.net. Buy your tickets now because they are nearly sold out already at limited capacity. We're getting set to go. This time by, we're back up to speed with Ryan Kuhn and Thomas Axel in the front row. Chase Belcher and Ty LeClaire in row number 2. See when Kuhn decides to go. There he goes. Green's out. And we're back underway. And it's going to be Kuhn getting the advantage down to the turn 1. Here comes Chase Belcher. Chase Belcher starting back in the 8th position here is going to make a run at it for the victory going into turn number 3. Oh man, he missed that corner, and that's going to get him into accident. Here comes Ty LeClaire to the bottom. Ty LeClaire making an appearance back at the front. Remember, he dropped all the way back to the back earlier. Started 2nd, back to 8th, and now he's back up to 2nd. Here comes PJ Evans. Oh, Murray and Belcher get together, and the caution's going to come out for that one. And we're going to do a caution replay once again, presented by our friends at Helgers. Too many of those here in the second half of the race. And let's see what happened here. As we're down to the final 12 laps of this one already. Here's another view from the Souza Media Seekonk blimp. Great blimp we've got out here at Las Vegas. And, oh, Murray get in a little bit too hot, trying to give PJ Evans some room. And around goes Belcher. Everett's Auto Parts machine spinning, and that's going to draw the caution. And the lucky dog on this one will be Richie Helger Jr. He's 10 laps down, but he's getting the lucky dog. And race control deeming that Richie Murray getting the call for the assist on that one. Pretty evident that Murray got the call for the assist. Here's our Souza Media race summary. The leader is Ryan Kuhn. 88, make it 89 laps are completed in this one with 11 laps remaining. 3 different lead changes tonight. We've had 4 cautions for a total of 19 laps. Great graphics by the Souza Media production crew. And that is a one-man crew. Jeffrey Souza behind the controls for that. And we're down to the final 10 laps. Again, want to thank all of our sponsors of the Road Trip Tour. And we're coming back to the green, so I'll get those listed once again here in a few minutes. But without the sponsors, the Road Trip Tour would not be able to pay out more than $2,000 to our competitors. 9 laps remaining. We're set to go for the final circuits of the Helgers 100 as they come off of turn number 4. Ryan Kuhn and Ty Leclerc wind it up. We're back underway. And it is Kuhn by half a car length down into turn 1. Down the back straightaway and back to turn 3. And it's Kuhn, the Berniers Liquors machine, showing the way with now 7 to go in the season. Your 2-time champion of the Road Trip Tour, trying to bookend it with a victory. PJ Evans up to second now in the Critical Science machine. Let's see if he's got anything for you later. Oh, a little bit of contact further back. Tom Axum getting into it with Steve Bowden, who's made a charge into the top 5 here. Great run for Bowden, back to the top 5 for the first time. Of course, don't forget the Helgers South Coast Power Move of the Race Award, given to the driver that advances the most positions. And as they currently run, we've got a tie for that award between PJ Evans, Ty, and Ryan Kuhn, +3. And Chase Belcher may take that from them as they come down the front straightaway. They're racing in the back. Here's PJ Evans trying to chase down Ryan Kuhn with under 5 laps to go in the Road Trip Tour. The season coming to a close. Further back, we got a great battle going on for 5th. These two are no friends tonight. No love lost between Richie Murray and Chase Belcher this evening. And Murray's able to get the run out of turn 2. Takes the 5th spot from Belcher. No love lost there. Those two getting together on multiple occasions, but still running here in the final laps. Battle for 3rd up in front of them between Axum and Leclerc going down to the wire. But here's the battle for the lead. All the marbles on the line here. The $75 winning prize between Ryan Kuhn and PJ Evans. Behind them, battle for 3rd. Here's Axum taking a run at Tom Leclerc, gets the position. And Leclerc with a little bit of a bumper tag coming out of turn 2. They're going to go side by side for 3rd down to the wire. Great battling here at the Bullring as we're already approaching the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Helgers South Coast Power Equipment, and it is all Ryan Kuhn, the Berniers Liquors RKM Setup Shop machine, showing the way down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag will go up in the air. Axum, oh man, a lot of contact there in the back. Ay, ay, ay. A bit of a hectic finish. A lot of contact there at the finish between a couple cars. Axum and Leclerc got together as Ryan Kuhn's going to start his burnouts here in the front straightaway, also championship burnouts. As Ryan Kuhn burning down the Everett's Auto Parts Berniers Liquors number 72. We'll get him in to the Discord channel here momentarily. See if we can get a word with him on the broadcast. And see if we can get a interview together with Kuhn and some of the other top finishers. All right, Ryan's going to park it right in Bullring Victory Lane. And we'll see if we can bring some of our top finishers here to the broadcast. Want to thank our season sponsors one more time: Berniers Liquors, Barrington Automotive, Richie's Insulation, Helgers South Coast Power Equipment, Anchor Paws Rescue, Watermark Electric, Trent Goodrow Designs, Atlantic Yacht Rigging, and Lucas Millhop, along with the Ryan Kuhn Setup Shop. Great big thanks to all those sponsors over the 2021 season. And waiting on our top 3 finishers here. Looks like we're going to get Thomas Axum first. And we'll bring him into the broadcast. Now, Thomas, a good run tonight. Top 3 finish. Great way to finish the season. 2nd in points. I know you want to win every race, but a little bit of a crazy finish there with some bumper tag there at the end.
Yeah, that was a good finish right there at the end. I wish it was for a different spot, but can't be too mad. Still a top three finish, and just focus on the points. Good, solid second place in points. Nowhere to go. I don't think I could have really lost the spot, but just focused on having a good finish. Definitely was a lot of fun there. Even if it was a small field, it was just a lot of good racing there.
Yeah, definitely a great battle there at the end. You've had a great year picking up a win in the second of the 6 races back at New Hampshire. And I know there's some people you probably want to give a shout out to that have helped you along the way to get you to the second place points finish.
Yeah, just a huge shout out to Peter Bernier. Uh, had a fun time last weekend going up to Loudon, waking up early Saturday morning, heading to practice, just going up there, talking about iRacing. Just huge shout out to Ryan. Shout out for that win, championship, nice easy 1-2 finish. For the points. Just a good season overall. Glad I got that one win, that huge modified win. That meant a lot. And shout out to Chase Belcher. He was just in that Discord with us for that race, and I don't know if I got the hard charge of that race or not, but and just that's a good point. But shout out to Rich Helgers, putting down all that money for us to come out here and have fun on a video game. Means a lot. And shout out to you for putting this whole thing on.
All right. Thank you, Thomas. Congratulations. A great third place finish tonight. He is going to head to the virtual queue. We're going to bring in our third place finisher a little bit backwards here. We had our second place finisher and before our third place finisher. Now we'll bring in PJ Evans, the critical science number 12. A great run for him tonight, second place. Now, PJ, I thought at the beginning you were going to have something for Ryan there, but didn't quite shake out in your favor, but you still got to be pretty happy with how it finished.
Yeah, I was using the apron a little bit because the car is a little tight. And if I didn't use the apron, my car wouldn't be able to turn that well. But it was a good race. Yeah, it was really good race, a lot of fun. It was such a fun season. Doing this. Hopefully, I can if we do this again, I'll definitely do it again. So much fun racing with the Coon, Axum, Murray, all them.
Well, PJ, I know you had a great season overall, and I know there's maybe some sponsors or some supporters you want to give a shout out to here as you get ready to start the real life season pretty soon.
I like to thank my mom and my dad, Team Critical, um, what else? I don't really have anyone else because I don't have any more spotters really for my legend car, but hopefully we can get some soon.
Yeah, PJ's looking forward to jumping up to the legend cars. Well, congratulations, PJ, and we'll see you at the track soon.
Thank you.
All right, that's been PJ Evans, our second place finisher, and let's bring in the champion of the Seekonk iRacing Road Trip Tour and now four-time winner. He closed the season with 4 consecutive victories in the iRacing Road Trip Tour. That is Ryan Kuhn. Now, Ryan, a great run again tonight. There at the beginning looked like typical Ryan Kuhn fashion, saving some equipment and letting it play out, and it worked out great for you in the end.
I wouldn't say saving the equipment. I just I struggled with this car so bad, just the way it drives. It's on the right front so hard, but once the tire pressures came up, it felt really really good, and I could really really drive it. But I just think the way I was driving it was really saving my stuff just right off the bat, and I had tire left for the end, and I think that's what really saved me was the line I ran at the beginning. Even when I struggled, it kind of helped save my stuff, so it was pretty good in the end.
Yeah, it worked out great for you, winning 4 straight races to close the Road Trip Tour season. Now we saw you after the race completing the Polish victory lap. You know, probably in honoring of Alan Kowicki. Now you're part of the Kowicki Challenge Cup finalist team this year. Tell us a little bit about that and what that's been able to do for you to get ready for the season.
Yeah, confidence booster for sure. We got 6 other quickie drivers involved in it, and it's a great group of guys already. Luke Fenthouse has gone to Victory Lane in Wisconsin. Actually, I believe Tom Roberts was there himself, the owner of Quickie Driver Development Program. So I thought that was really cool. Um, but yeah, it's the huge confidence booster. Obviously, it helps the funding, and we do a lot of charity work as well, and it's an awesome deal to we help each other in many ways, and it's a huge boost, huge confidence booster. It's a career changer, and it's something that we're gonna live with down the road, and it's pretty cool.
Well, Ryan, got a great group of supporters behind you. Had a great run tonight in the road trip tour, picking up the win and the championship for the second consecutive year. I know you might have a few people you maybe want to give a thanks to for helping support the effort.
I'd like to thank Bernier's Liquors, RKM Setup Shop, Studio 10 Designs, Quickie Driver Development Program, uh, RKM, my whole team, Axum, and all the rest of the competition for racing so good and clean this season. And I'm excited. Hopefully, we can do this again. I really enjoy this.
Yeah, the road trip tour going to return in the winter of 2021. Have some more details on that coming up here over the season. Looking forward to seeing Ryan back at the track a little bit in real life this year as well. I was telling them earlier you were out there with your pro stock today. You must be looking forward to running back at the local track a little bit this year when you can as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. Back for 9 races, and last time we went to Seekonk with the pro stock off of bumps, we really struggled, and we really need to do something. And I'm thankful that Roy from Everett's Auto Parts was uh, let us run that car, Freddie's old car, and I felt like the last 2 times we tested it, we've gotten it really good, and hopefully we can go out and beat Darling.
Yeah, that'd be nice. A little bit of competition for Dave. I'm sure he'd be looking forward to a little bit better competition as well. In the number 52. Ryan, congratulations, two-time champion of the Road Trip Tour. We look forward to seeing you at the track in real life here soon. All right, that's been Ryan Kuhn, our two-time champion and feature winner of the iRacing Road Trip Tour here tonight at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the Helgers 100. Again, want to thank all of our sponsors one more time. Helger South Coast Power Equipment tonight, located in Westport, Massachusetts. They provide you with the latest and greatest in outdoor power equipment needs. For more information, visit them online at southcoastpowerequipment.com. Also want to thank Barrington Automotive, Richie's Insulation, and Watermark Electric for race sponsorships. Anchor Paws Rescue, Watermark Electric, Trent Goodrow Designs, Atlantic Yacht Rigging, Lucas Millhop, Helgers for the power move of the race, Bernier's Liquors, the lucky spot, and also the Ryan Kuhn Setup Shop as all our contingency sponsors. Before we say farewell, a finishing of the top 10 here tonight. Ryan Kuhn picking up the win. PJ Evans was second. Thomas Axum third. Ty Leclerc finished in the fourth position with Chase Belcher fifth. Steve Bowden was sixth. Seventh was Nick Wood. Richie Murray eighth. And Richie Helger Jr. rounds out the top 10. A great season on the iRacing Road Trip Tour. Want to thank the Souza Media Production TV team for jumping into the production booth halfway through the season and really helping us out a lot with the broadcasting over the course of the season as you get one final look at our top 10 finishers here this evening. For now, ladies and gentlemen, remember SeekonkTickets.net. Seekonk available for fans this year at Seekonk Speedway, similar to what you see here out in Las Vegas. The capacity restrictions obviously not a thing in Las Vegas because this place is jam-packed. But want to thank everybody for their support. Look forward to seeing everybody at the track in real life. SeekonkTickets.net. I cannot stress enough, there is a capacity limit. So when the tickets sell out, they are sold out. So don't forget to grab your tickets today at SeekonkTickets.net. Look forward to seeing everybody Sunday, May 2nd, which is next Sunday already. For opening day 2021 is the Pro Stocks, the Everett's Auto Parts late models, the Helger South Coast Power Equipment Sportsman, and the Chaz Auto Body Trucks debut with a brand new sponsor on board for them as well. For the Souza Media production team and the entire iRacing Road Trip Tour group, including Ed St. Germain and everybody at the track that is with me behind the scenes getting this together, I'm Kyle Souza. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of the night and look forward to doing this once again with the iRacing Road Trip Tour starting once again in December of